making something a priority can oftentimes be easier said than done, especially when you're a leader or a manager of a team being pulled in all different directions. So today, our friends with ActionCOACH Columbus, the sponsors of this segment, bring us advice on how to focus on the things that can actually move us forward. This is what we want to do, right, Peggy?
Right.
Great.
Right.
Hi, Robyn.
I love
Hi, welcome back. So you do not want the leaders of your team in any regard to be stressed, to be overwhelmed, right? So this is kind of a way that you guys say they can reassess what's going on, right?
Yeah, a little stress is healthy. It keeps us moving.
Okay, but you don't want a ton of it.
Not too much.
That puts us out. Okay, so let's talk about this process. And this, you kind of say, starts with like a list of sorts. So how do we begin this whole thing?
So over the last month or so, we've had several clients go through this where they feel overwhelmed. They've got 15, 20 different things that they could work on, right? And the team, one person's really excited about this and somebody else is excited about that. And really it's about getting the people in a room and helping them with a prioritization tool to sort them and come up with an agreement about what they're going to focus on.
Okay.
Instead of trying to do 20 things a little bit, we'll do 3 or 4 or 5 really well.
Like check them off the list instead of just sitting there and kind of doing half of each, you're saying, right? We need to get things out of the way and take care of them. And Peg, this is, I mean, literally sitting in a room, grab a whiteboard, grab a giant piece of paper that we all see, those big notepads, right? And put the list together. How do you do that?
And part of this is that everybody gets a voice and they feel heard.
Yeah.
And they see their choice up there. So what we do is we create the entire list, and you can do this with a leadership team, you can do it with all of your team. You put everybody in the room and we create the brainstorming of what is it that we need to do. Let's put it up on the board, whether it's an easel, a whiteboard, however it is that you want to capture it, or post-it notes. Some people do post-it notes.
And you do these categorically, so it's high impact, low impact, right? I mean, so where do you put each task? I mean, because I feel like you're going to get in a room and some people are going to say, well, that's not high impact. That's not, you know, what do you?
And that's actually a good thing. We like simple things. So this is very simple. It's really just 2 questions. Is it high impact to the business or low impact? And then is it easy or hard, or high effort or low effort?
To get it done. Okay.
And then I might put one up here at a certain quadrant and somebody would argue about where the position is. We can have that discussion, but everybody gets to put their ideas up where they think they fit. And then we have a discussion about which ones are really going to help us quickly.
Now, I kind of like how you guys call these opportunities, but then in parentheses you say problems. Because these could be seen as both, right? We're glass half full people.
Problems
we want the
opportunities.
Right.
So right now we have a lot of people problems with retention rate, keeping our employees. So one thing that we just had, Pete and I were working with somebody today, and they said, we did high impact, low effort. We made one phone call to a hot dog vendor that would come on site to celebrate with the team and give them lunch because they did such a great job. High impact to the team. We want to show that we care. We are helping with our culture. Easy. I mean, it was just simple.
You
low
made
effort.
a phone
low
call,
effort. Low
you
effort.
bought the company lunch,
And it's
they had a great day.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Another example is just raising prices. We've done that in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
If your vendor prices change, you have to react. And you need to do it quicker than you did 2 years ago.
Right.
And
You're
it's
right.
very high impact, and it's easy, relatively easy.
Okay. Now, what do you do if you're sitting up there too, and you say this, right? This is kind of the most important part is discussing where things go. If you've got the person that says, no, this is high effort, and the other one said, no, this is easy to do. Let's get it done. Like, is that just part of the whole process of team building? And it's
That's
okay
true.
if there's a little
It is, and
conflict?
when you have a skilled facilitator, someone can help negotiate a little bit and ask them to give you data why you think that way.
Okay.
And get to a conclusion. But if you're all in the room, you'll have buy-in when you're done.
I'm glad you said that, Pete. It's about having a person in the room that doesn't have a, what do you call, what's that saying?
Dog in the fight.
A dog in the fight. That's exactly what I was thinking of. They don't have a dog in the fight, so then they can really say, okay, I'm going to be the tiebreaker here.
Okay, easy enough. And then you sit back and admire your work, you say, so you get a chance to relish in your, right, high impact, the one phone call you made that did the hot dogs, you know? You got to celebrate those.
Amen.
And if you also agree on the things you're not going to work on, which we think is just as important as what you are going to work on.
Okay.
Get them off to the side. Everybody says, yep, we're leaving those alone for 3 months.
I was going to say, how long do you table these? Is this a 90-day thing? Is this a quarterly thing? When are you coming back to
That's a
these?
good question. So we usually do 90 days. I had an individual Pete and I were talking to, and they said, can I do a 6-month one? And we're like, absolutely. It's going to be your timeline. It's going to be your plan. We like to do 90-day.
Okay.
just so that we're revisiting it every 90 days to see what has changed. And then we can revisit it along the way too if things change quickly.
Okay. Easy enough.
And if you have it planned for a while, we would do a year and then come back and say, what are you going to do in 90 days to get to your year?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to call in the negotiators, that is
Right.
Peg and Pete, Action Coach Columbus. They also have a book out, The Honest Truth About Leadership.
Yeah.
So I want to let people know because it comes out October 1st, but you can order it now.
Yes, and that the resource that I meant to tell you is
Yeah.
the high impact, low impact, and low effort, high effort. You can find that on honesttruthbook.com under resources. If you want that graph, you can go there right now, and it's there.
Oh, perfect.
So that
Okay.
they can download this if they need it.
And
All
the
right.
book.
And the book.
And the book.
And order the book.
Yes.
All right, they are Action Coach Columbus. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.